What is going on, world? You are now tuned in to the Bong Talk Sit-Down Series, and I am your host, Nappy 2000. Real quick, let me put the sponsors up on the screen so you can see them real quick. Bust Down Worldwide, Happy Trees, Shrubs, El Toro, Sweets, and Plain Jane. You can find these episodes also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. But today we have a marijuana connoisseur in the building. Today we have a Taylor Gang original in the building.
Yes,
Today we got Loody Boy on Bong Talk.
you know what I'm saying? Inhale, exhale, bong talk, Loody Boy. Something like, I'm here, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of these conversations with bongs on the table.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? This is perfect bong talk.
Yeah, I'm like, it was only right that you came on the show.
Exactly, man. I feel like anybody smoking on their show, they should have me on their list to pull up. But
Do you want to hit this right now?
Let's get started.
Let's just start right now.
Loaded ball.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That's even better.
You got a lighter on you?
Yes, I have to keep one of those, so don't worry about that.
Oh yeah, you
know what I
good.
mean?
See, I appreciate we're getting right to the point already. See, yep, yep, yep,
Mhm.
yep.
Yes, sir.
We got right to the point.
Yes, we did.
Yes. So you are an A&R for Taylor Gang.
Yes, sir.
How did that take place? In that, because I know, different people have like their own ways of getting into being A&R, but in this situation, how did that become?
That was basically like, with the music. I always loved music.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was just like we didn't really have nobody in that position. Like, and I was always in the studio, like with them. You know what I'm saying? Like saying like what feature or who would sound nice on this and whoop de whoop. So I just was like, talk to Will was just like, let me kind of be that face for us because we don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I'm there. Everybody else on the label is artists, so they can't be A&R. They can't be reaching out to everybody or everything like that. So I kind of was like, I like to do that. I like to bring people together, and when I hear some, I kind of like know like, okay, that person would sound fire on this, or we
Right.
should reach out to this person, or even people with beats. You know what I'm saying? Like my email's open to where like people just send me beats, and I often just go in there, check it, might find some shit, like might not, but it was kind of so more so like we didn't have it, and I wanted to like take on that role
Right.
for Taylor Gang, you know what I mean? Like future and just keeping it alive, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the label alive, keeping
Mhm.
it fresh, and just knowing, excuse me,
No, you good.
and just knowing like what shit is like up to date and what's going on and like with the music world and shit like that.
Right.
Just being tapped in, you know what I mean?
So you pretty much unofficially had the A&R title without it really being on you like that.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah, I did. Definitely did. You know what I mean? So it was just like I kind of like wanted to make it official. So it's like, we sat down and talked about things and you know what I mean, made it really, really official.
Yeah. So when would you say, I guess, then, since like you said, you've always been into music, you've always had the ear for it. When did you really start the career for music, or just diving into this personally? Because I remember before we got on here, you guys were talking about no one in your family does music.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
just taking it back, like just Chevy being my older brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like him knowing Wiz, you know what I'm saying? Them two meeting, building a relationship, and then me seeing that, but me not actually with them every day, but just like seeing it, you know what I mean? Seeing them go to the studio, seeing them go do little shows, seeing them do, you know what I mean, whatever it is. And then like I always loved music, like before this, you know what I'm saying? Like any songs, whatever, like I just loved, always just loved it, you know what I mean? So it was like once Wiz and Chevy built it, you know what I mean? I came on board. I used to do Wiz's merchandise.
Okay.
In 2010, I was like on tour with them, went on my first tour. and did merchandise, and then kind of like did that for like 2 3 years, and wanted something more hands on. And I became the VIP coordinator
Okay.
for his meet and greets.
Okay.
I set it up, the packages, what to give the kids. You know what I mean? Because I kind of like to look at it from the fans' perspective. What would they want, and what would be dope,
Mm-hmm.
and the artist was
Yeah.
comfortable for him. You know what I'm saying? So
You guys do a great job. I've seen like over the years with like the fan relations. Like y'all really do take the time to show that you do fuck with them. And without the fans, there wouldn't be none of that shit.
man, and like you'd be surprised just off of like me and like the other homies and stuff, people being in his day to days, just like how people fuck with us just because of that. Like
Yeah.
me and like on the Taylor Gang roster, you know what I'm saying? Like when people see me sometimes out, they're like, "Hey, Loody, like I know, like you're that," and I'll be like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah,
damn,
yeah,
like
yeah.
this is just like off the day to days, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like being around, and so like once the VIP coordinator thing came along, it was just like, all right, what can you do now that's like more like serious other than when we're not touring?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is something that can be all year around. You know what I'm saying? Like what I love to do. And that was when I kind of was like, okay, let me see what this A&R thing is about. Like
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like watch people have, you know what I mean, friends I follow, that's A&Rs and people I talk to, just like getting information, getting game. Cause it's like coming up with Wiz, I kind of like see how things go. Like, you know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Even with the labels, how to do videos, how to do tours, how to keep things going and whatnot.
Yeah, you see the back end of everything.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
like I'm like really just sitting back watching like everything like
Right.
go down, like how to do this, how's this run. And then from there, like I Will talked to Will and it was like, yeah, I want to like be A&R for Taylor Gang. He was like, cool, let's do it. And then
Right.
like that became a thing. And then I did my first project, which was called Lightwork, which
Okay.
I did with like all Pittsburgh artists where we're from. It's out now too on all platforms. So I took like a whole bunch of Pittsburgh artists, got them in the studio. You know what I mean? Because I felt like everywhere else does it. Like all artists come together and get on each other's songs in different cities, but
Yeah, for
Pittsburgh
sure.
didn't have that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And nobody has never done this in this city. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Because everybody don't fuck with everybody. But
Would you say you guys really maybe brought some type of connection to the Pittsburgh community when it came to that?
I feel like definitely we like did something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? Because it's just like we never had nobody to look up to be like, okay, damn, this could be done because such and such did it.
True. True. True.
Now, even everybody in our circle, everybody from Pittsburgh can look at it and be like, I might not could rap, but I could do what Loody do. I might not could DJ, but I can do what the camera guy does. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? It's just like they can see that and be like take a hold to it and be like, I can do that shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's just like me bringing the artists together was like it was music, but it was like bigger than music. I want these artists to know like when y'all have a hot song, call on that other hot artist in the city to jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's music. Y'all make it together. Y'all figure out the business, but y'all both going to uplift each other at the end of the day. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
most
saying?
definitely.
So I put that project out, and then like I had wanted to do like an all female project too. I've been working on.
Yeah. Yeah. With Narissa, Anaya,
Yes,
Hood, Brat,
yes, it's
and Salma Slims, right?
Selma Slims. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
We that's the single that's out right now called No Mo. We dropped that. That was kind of like one of the songs that we recorded that I felt like was like ready to go and put out there.
And you produced that.
Yeah, it was kind of like some women empowerment. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like found the beat, got them all together, like told them what I wanted to do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because I seen like it was a heavy women empowerment, and I wanted to like be involved. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and not like be involved in a piece of shit way. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Like, I wanted to be involved in a real way. So like I
Mm-hmm.
got with these girls, talked with them one by one, told them what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring females together. I found like 15 different female artists.
Okay, for sure.
Actually recorded here in the studio for about like a month.
Mm.
Made like 12 songs, and I kept like 7 that I'm gonna put out. No More is the one that I just put out with the video with Narissa, Hood Brat, Anaya, and Salma Sims.
That should go crazy.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Oh no, it is. You so do you just play around with that production? You don't really
I
do it.
kind of,
Just
I kind of do like, cause
right.
it's kind of like, I mean, I don't really do nothing special. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be having
Sound good though.
ideas and
Yeah.
just be like, okay, I kind of like be the one like, okay, you should get on this.
Mm-hmm.
You should jump in there on this. No, you don't sound right on this. You know what I'm saying? And like these girls wrote their own lyrics. Like I didn't have no writers in there or nothing like that. This was all on them writing their own stuff. They was in there helping each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then now it's just like they built friendships. Now from that point on, you can catch some of them on each other's story now. Like they pulling up to each other's video shoots, the relationships is made, and it's just like that's one thing that I wanted to do from doing like that type of project. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. You're connecting dots for artists that you're giving artists an opportunity to connect with somebody that they probably would never be in that same scene or even in the same circle. You feel me?
Exactly.
So now that's really good that you're doing that. Real quick, we're gonna take a break like we usually do on Bong Talk. Real quick,
You understand?
yes, sir. You are now tuned into that, and I got Loody Boy in the building.
I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
And we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back for more.
Crafted from the fires of dragons, chilled on the highest peaks of Everest, the Canagard is designed for perfection, using only the freshest herbs our planet has to offer. Cultivated by years of experience. El Toro Verde. Crisp, rich draw. Slow resin burn. Be bold. Be elegant. Be the bull. El Toro Verde. You should be smoking.
And once again, you are now tuned into the Bong Talk Sit-Down Series. I'm your host, Snappy 2000. And right there on that couch, we got the homie Loody Boy with something light in his hand that he's taking very good care of. So let's talk about that since it's in your hand already.
Yeah, let's talk.
And
about
you got a nice joint rolled up.
Yeah, we call these doinks.
The doink.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I'm one of the best weed rollers in the fucking world.
I don't doubt it.
Um,
I don't doubt it.
I don't really know too many people that's better than me, but my joints, hand rolled, should be put on the fucking shelf, man. These should be like souvenirs and not smoke. Like they be rolled so good, man. Like I don't know how.
that is a fat joint, and you did
perfect this shit.
you did roll that pretty quick.
Man, listen here.
That is pretty good.
This is what I do. I need the ashtray. I can't really reach for it.
That one.
Yeah. There you go. I need to set up. Go. One thing I don't do is ash.
So what is the word with some like what you got going on with that and how long
No,
you been doing that?
that's like my nickname is Light. That's what all the homies call me. And that came about because I was trying to think of a weed, something brand, something to represent me. You know what I mean? Like, and people always say like when you get dressed or you got on that outfit and like somebody be like, "Damn, that shit hard," and you be like, "Man, it's something light." Like,
Yeah.
it ain't nothing crazy, but it is crazy type shit. And that's kind of like the energy behind this. You know what I mean? Like it's something light, but it ain't light at all. You know what I mean? Like I ain't really in the stage of like I don't have the strand yet. Right now I'm just branding it, just getting the name out there, just want people to be familiar with it, and then once I get there, like, you know, the process and just people will be aware instead of just out of nowhere being like, go get something light in stores.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck
Like,
that? Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's like, nah. everybody's like been asking me, where can I get it? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And that's kind of like the goal. So I'm
Mhm.
just, working on just getting that bigger and bigger as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love the branding for it.
Yeah, this was like Sticker Farmer did this. This was kind of like something like quick. I love like bright colors and color shit. So the navy and yellow, that should be hitting like, you know what I mean? Them colors hit fucking hard. So, and the light bulb, I like the light bulb on that shit too. So that's like a lot of, I can run like a lot of ideas type of shit off of that. This was just like the promo bag, like for real, for real.
Okay, so that's not even the official bag that
Nah,
you.
that's just something I just got a whole bunch of them and just like kept them and gave them to people and friends gave to friends. Like, yo, when y'all get weed, just put them in here. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Made an Instagram for it. You know what I'm saying? Something like 3 underscores after the light. But yeah, it's been good. It's been doing exactly what I wanted to do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? When people see that shit, they'll think about me.
Yeah.
When you say something like now, moving forward, you'll think about me. You mean
Mhm.
type shit. So it's good.
No, that's good. I mean, like you said, it's always good when you have your own branding, especially with cannabis. You're in the cannabis world regardless whether you like it or not. So you might as well smoke your own shit,
Yeah.
get your own branding for it and promote it.
Yeah, and I feel like this ain't no one trick pony. This ain't no like I'm in it for the bag type shit. Like
Right, right.
I love weed, so it's just like I ain't just doing some shit just because I'm around it. You know what I mean? I need to make sure my shit is right, like because people expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like looking in, I can't just put no bullshit out there or no crazy or just say I'm doing some shit and don't do it. So I'm just sticking with this and just building it and you know in stores soon, coming to a city near you, hopefully.
Oh yeah, no, they'll be worldwide. That'll be worldwide. Some Light by Loody Boy will be worldwide soon, y'all. Please stay tuned for
You
that.
understand?
But one thing I want to know is, since you're working on an all female project, what was the inspiration? I know you talked about, you want to connect people, but was there like something maybe beforehand that inspired you to, work with the all females?
It was mainly just how women were coming together at the moment. It
Mm-hmm.
was like kind of like during like the end of COVID type shit. Um, so it was really just that, and I like to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? So it was just
Mm-hmm.
like that, and up and coming artists, and just wanting to give people a shot and just do something different. That I feel like there's people that's on a higher stage than me in this music industry, and like they ain't getting all the female artists together to do no projects. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
just like it was something that I felt like needed to be done and could be started, and I did this, and all the girls came together. This shit could have went bad. Like females,
Yeah.
these is different girls, different attitudes, different
Yeah.
emotions,
Yeah.
all of that shit. Like this shit could have went bad. Like you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But it went smooth. This was like one of the best sessions that I ever been in, like or ever was going to, for real, for real. Like it was a dope little moment. But that was kind of like the inspiration was, bring females together that don't know each other, that's artists that do music type shit, you know what I mean? And build from there really.
Yeah. And that's dope that you can bring certain artists like that. But I honestly think though that is a byproduct of you being on a bunch of different tours and being behind the scenes and already connecting with that. So talk about being, like you said, the like pretty much the manager for like the meet and greets, helping different back end of the tour. What advice could you give people working back in a tour? Because everyone always talks about the person performing or the artist, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of the people who are keeping shit afloat.
I mean, shit, like I don't know, like it depends because like everybody's not a team player.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
some people could look at it and be like, "Man, I ain't doing no fucking merch." You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
literally, it's just like, but I feel like me as a person. I'm more so like a team player. So like if you're a team player, it's just like and you see somewhere fit, you know what I mean, you can help out. It's just like help out. You know what I mean? It's just like I do that, you know what I mean, because like you got me in this situation. Like I'm here because of you.
Exactly.
So it's just like if I could do that to help out, to make shit smoother, it's just like I'm gonna do that. You know, with the meet and greets, like Wiz used to have while I was doing the merch, he used to have somebody from Atlantic doing the meet and greet. So somebody from it, they would send somebody from Atlantic out,
Okay. Okay.
and that person would be on one of the tour buses, right? And that person will have to go get Wiz. And this is somebody that Wiz does not know. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Some
So it's
random.
just like it's a random. So it's just like nigga. Sometimes Wiz tell that man anything like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? And then like I shadowed that person like
Mhm.
1 year on tour. I shadowed him, just watch what he did. You know what I mean? Whoop de whoop. And once I did that, I was like, yo, like okay, we're going to do this. We're going to give the fans this next summer. We're going to let them come on stage for a song. We're going to let them see your dressing room. We're going to let them see your tour bus. We're going to only do that with 12 kids in each city, and everybody else just gets a picture. Boom. We're going to name this package Khalifa Kush. We're going to name this package something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was where I stepped in at and did all of that. And we killed them like when we first did that, like literally. And we couldn't do it this year, this summer, because of COVID. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? But that shit was like I feel like a moment for the fans, and that was me thinking out the box. Other than like, okay, what can I do for Wiz? It's just like, okay, what can we do for the fans? Because they're going to be the ones paying for this shit. You know what I mean? It's like they don't get to see people's tour buses and dressing rooms and
Mm-mm.
stuff like that all the
Mm-mm.
time. It's just like, and if you really about, and he got core true fans, you know what I'm saying?
For
And
years.
they going to pay that shit, like you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And that was like a good moment, you know what I mean? And then like that was the meet and greets, and the merch shit was really just, you know what I mean, me coming on board. Like, okay, where can I fit in and get in? Okay, he's got two people doing merch, his uncle and his cousin. All right, let me get in and help. Do this for a few years, you know what I mean? And then watch shit and then graduated to doing the meet and greets, and like I kind of like fell in love with doing it. You know what I mean? Like making sure the fans is good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they
Mm-hmm.
call. We had a setup to where it's like not my real phone number, but the Google number. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fans they
Yeah.
could text me, hey, I'm not at the right gate. Okay, go to this gate. Whoop de whoop. Like I'm sitting there doing all of that every show, like every joint, just to try to make that experience the best we can for them so they can keep coming back.
Mm-hmm. No, that's dope. And two, because you do that, you can now implement like those different like things for when you do maybe like a some light pop up. You can implement different packaging that you've already learned from these toys that you've learned all these years.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of shit up in my head, man, just from like watching shit. And when I get there, I'm gonna know what to do.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's like when I get there, I'm gonna know exactly what to do. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I ain't there yet, but when I get there, I'm gonna know what to do.
Yeah, most definitely. Beyond the woman project, what else do you have going for 2022 and 2023?
um, really is just trying to get this baby off the ground.
Okay.
Like honestly, that's gonna kind of like be my goal for 2023 is to get the something light off the ground in the stores, um, and just build off of that, and also with the music thing, just keep doing what I'm doing, and maybe someday just like getting with like just going up, you know what I mean? Just leveling up, you know what I mean? Like I'm Taylor Gang A&R, but also I can also be Taylor Gang A&R and such and such. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Be A&R for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I want to elevate. I want to keep shit fresh. I want to make sure Taylor Gang's good and make sure, you know what I mean? Like we always, our roster is growing and getting better. And, you know what I mean? Just staying tapped in really. Like that's going to really kind of like be my goal. And something else too. I do a little
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and just I think I want to kind of like start working out a little bit more and shit like that, getting in shape.
Oh, yeah, you
So
gotta hit the gym.
that's
you got
more.
to.
That's some personal shit. So I always go for like 3-4 days and then be like, and then back up. But I need to get consistent. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go towards those goals right there, man.
Because it don't gotta be every day.
Yeah.
It could be like 3 times a week type shit.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I definitely know I can have my own schedule. I just gotta stick to it.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's mainly it. I just gotta stick to it.
Yeah, I was thinking about like if you could stick to it in all these other fucking areas. I mean,
Yes, that's what I'm using as like motivation. All right, you can do this, and you could do that. You can do this. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
So I'm using that. That's part of my advice I got up there in my head. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, off top. So we can expect Loody Boy's gonna have a 6-pack, y'all, by the time it's all said and done.
Man, listen. Next year, 420, I'm walking around with my shirt off and I'm smiling all day. And I'm be getting big high. And there's gonna be a lot of bongs around. There's gonna be a lot of people talking. And it's gonna be going up. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. I need to take another hit.
Oh yeah,
before
we're
I
good.
go, man.
Yeah, we're gonna take another hit.
What's the
before-
most hits somebody has taken on here? Because people, you know what I mean? Do some people come on here scared? Because I know Fad ain't do this shit. I know he ain't hit this. Yeah, Fad, I brought your name up. I know he ain't hit this shit.
He
more
was
than
he
twice.
was. We did it online, luckily this time. So I got in person. We'll figure out
Okay.
when he comes on in person.
Okay.
We'll figure. I think honestly, the this dude named John Capata. He's the VP of content for like High Times magazine, and he came on here and he was smoking his ass off with me. We was having a good conversation.
Y'all lucky because I was trying to get in. I was trying to get my the cannon gun.
Oh
I
no!
was trying to bring the cannon gun, but I fucking couldn't get it in time. I was like pissed because I was coming in here to make a statement to be like, okay, this is Bong Talk. I need to make this interview different right here.
Oh yeah, the cannon gun.
But
Oh
I
yeah.
ain't fucking get it. But it would have been a moment. It's pretty dope though. It's a nice little vibe.
Yeah, we'll have to do like some type of like special edition.
Yeah, y'all
of
gotta
the cannon.
Yeah. Next part 2.
Yeah, we'll interview with the interview.
Once I
will be
got
with
that
the
at my
cannon.
crib and my smile was here, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text Shell. I'm like, set up part 2.
Yeah, and we'll all be a part of it.
And I'll bring the cannon gun, and we'll, you know what I mean. We'll have that out going crazy. That's if y'all don't get it beforehand, but it's a nice little thing to have. You got Bong Talk, so it's just like
yeah,
I feel like it could be another segment.
they really could. Jerry, you've seen the cannon?
Oh, what?
Shit, Loody, you gotta
You got-
tell them what the cannon is.
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta see this shit, dog. Like,
It's like a gun, bro,
Like,
and it just
this
blows
shit is-
smoke like a flamethrower. Like
this shit is next level, man.
yes.
Like, I had to do this every night on stage with Wiz, like every night. And some nights I was like, I had to tell myself like, yo, you're gonna have to start like stop inhaling because you're gonna fucking fall out on stage.
That shit was wild. So the cannon.
Yes. We did that every night. I had to fill it up with KK, Khalifa Kush, and get smacked with it. Some nights I would be like, I ain't inhaling tonight. I just would stand there like,
The fucking cannon. Yeah. Yes. So everybody at some point.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah, bro, I'm
at
telling
some
you.
point, Bong Talk will feature the cannon.
Yes, man. Part 2 is gonna be lit, man. We're gonna light this bitch up for sure, and y'all gonna love it, and it's gonna be smoked out in this bitch, and we all gonna be fucking laughing and giggling, and it's gonna be a vibe.
Oh yeah, off top. Here's the Bong Talk. Mm-hmm.
sir.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, that's real carbs because I'm letting that shit hit my lungs. So when you hit the bong, this is lesson. This is bong talk.
Yes, sir.
When y'all hitting the bong, you let it touch your lungs for a second, and you blood right back out. The reason why you barf or you might cough for about 30 minutes is you're letting it sit down there a little bit too long. Okay? So just remember that. When you hit the bong, you inhale. Boom. Blood out. You'll get a few coughs, but you won't barf. So
I was with a family member last night and he hit the bong. And I was like, bro, you gotta breathe. You gotta fucking breathe, or else you're gonna throw up everywhere. You gotta breathe.
bro, you have to breathe. I threw up on tour, but it was off of fucking dab.
That was a dab though. Yeah.
Like I threw up bad. They caught me bad too, like literally. And they knew it was coming too. Everybody in the room, Wiz, Lonnie, they like, oh shit. And I seen Wiz hit it. He barf, like, blah, blah, blah. Give it to Lonnie. Lonnie hits it, security, and he's like, Lonnie hits it. He start barfing. In my head, I'm like, you know dabs make you throw up if you do it. Because I hit that shit, man, like literally blew it out. I started coughing like 2 times, and then I coughed again, bro. I was like, yo, Lonnie, give me that garbage can. Brought me the garbage can. I just threw up right there in front of everybody. It was like a moment. I was like, wow. But lesson learned, though, you know.
I don't dab like that. I don't dab.
We do when we're trying to get stupid high. Like, it'll be a moment in the day where niggas just be like, you trying to dab. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like, if the homie got it, I'll be like, all right, bro, we'll take it there. Like I said, I've trained myself to take the dabs, but
I used to dab crazy.
yeah,
Like, I used to dab insane, more than weed at one point. Like, I fell in love with wax. Like, yeah, it was crazy. Like, I used to love dabs. I used to like have that more wake up dab, dab, forbid dab. Like, it was less weed at one point, but
I used to be able to take like I probably could still like 3-4 dabs in a row type shit.
yeah, that shit man, we be having a ball with that wax.
Nah, that shit was fire. That shit, and especially now, that shit's very potent, bro. That shit's different.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw that shit was like brown and like shit was like, you know what I mean?
It was like rock. It was
I
like
remember
hard
them days, man. This shit was like literally niggas didn't know about not having butane in the wax. You know what I'm saying? It was just like you just seen that shit and it got you hella high. Like when we first started dabbing, do you know we would literally hit the thing while the shit was red hot instead of letting it cool down.
Yup.
We didn't know shit about cooling down. We would throw the wax right in there. That shit be sparkling, jumping everywhere. Like sizzling. We was not supposed to be hitting that while it was red at all, bro. We definitely was for a minute. Like a lot of us.
Yeah, I remember the first time I got shatter wax, I did not know what the fuck I was doing. I'm like, how do I even smoke this shit?
I just got over it and was like, I'm tired of this shit being on my hands everywhere. I look. I didn't have no ideas on how to clean it. Now I like been in it. I know what, you know what I mean, how to get it off my hands, but I just don't like dealing with that sticky, icky shit like all on my hands anymore.
Yeah,
I fuck with the resin and all that shit like that. Like
in the batter,
like
yeah.
shit you can just like grab and just touch easily and then not be on your hands. I fuck with that shit.
No, that's how it should be, bro. That's how it should be. I appreciate you, bro, for coming on the show. I appreciate you for having this conversation. We're getting hella high still. I feel like we gotta take another bong talk before like you go.
Listen, is it loaded up?
It is loaded up.
Call me Loaded Lux, man.
We have to. It has to keep going.
This is what I do. You know what I mean?
Yep, Jerry.
I
I got you as well. Don't even trip.
I feel like I'm my own.
Don't even trip.
On the couch.
Val, do you want one too? No, you're good. All right. I'm just making sure. So you hit. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Here it is.
Yep. Yep.
Get it out.
Yep.
And listen, cops, y'all can't be scared to get them out, man. I will take 3 big coughs over 20 little coughs any day. So don't be shy about coughing because you're only hurting yourself inside. You trying to give a fuck about what somebody's thinking instead of just coughing your ass and getting that shit out of you. You want to hold it in. Stop holding that shit in. If you got a cough, cough. It's not a bad thing. Let's practice that. Let's normalizing coughing is not a bad thing, smokers, okay? So we don't have to hide it.
we're getting the bong gospel right now.
Man, I've been there. I didn't help my coughs in around people like trying to be the big bad wolf.
I always tell people you don't gotta.
You're hurting your insides. You're just fucking up yourself. Nobody's knowing that you're sitting there hurting yourself. And you could have just let that shit out and be cool. But let that shit out, man.
I always tell people, I'm like, you don't gotta show out, bro. I'm like, hit the bong. You hit the bong. You don't gotta fucking break yourself off for no shit like that. You feel me?
You don't have to show off with the weed because the weed has a mind of its own. We don't give a fuck which status you are. So it will bust your lung down. If you wanna show off if you want to. She can smack you in the face. Especially if you got that gaga. Got that za.
Yeah, I just got broke off right now.
There you go.
Yep. Wow. That's what we do. So for the rest of 2022 going into 2023.
Nigga birthday is in what's today's date?
October 4th.
Okay, my birthday is in 18 days. So I got that. You know, I might go home for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But I really like to try to go home for the holidays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Family and shit like that. So I'll probably go home for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit like that, and just, you know, start planning on things to do for the new year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to get back into this shit actually. So this is kind of good that like I be having opportunities to be on both sides, you know what I mean? So I'm excited. So hopefully everything goes as planned.
Oh yeah, for sure. It will. Once again, y'all, you have tuned into the Bong Talk Sit-Down Series. And me and Loody Boy just blew it down.
Always.
And we're going to continue to blow it down.
That's what I do.
Once the camera shut off.
Smoking with Loody is always a movie because I always got a doobie. You understand me? Bong Talk. Thank you guys. Faded. Some Light. Taylor Gang. Shout out Kush Factory. All the homies. You understand? Miles, we love you, man. Can't wait till you get back, baby. See you in a minute.
Navi 2000, Bong Talk. See you soon.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Bong Talk Sit-Down Series. You can find these episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Also, thank you to the sponsors of the show.